Well, good morning, friend. Hey, I have a question for you today. If a friend came to you and asked you to mow the lawn in the rain, would you do it? Crazy question, right? Well, I want you to hold on to that question. We're going to come back to it. But first, let's look at John chapter 15, verses 9 and 13 for our scripture today. In it, Jesus is speaking to his disciples and he says, I have loved you even as the Father has loved me. Remain in my love. When you obey my commandments, you remain in my love, just as I obey my Father's commandments and remain in his love. He continues, there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. Wow, so Jesus is speaking these words to his disciples and he's wanting to draw them into an even deeper relationship with him. He wants to draw them into a friendship. And this friendship requires trust. It's the kind that lays down our lives for a friend. That's the greatest kind of friendship, isn't it? Well, this means that we're willing to do whatever it takes to honor Jesus and walk as friends with God. Is that something you desire in your relationship with him? Well, a few years back, I was wanting to hear God's voice and really longing to speak on his behalf in a fresh way, to have pictures and visions and words for people, whether that's in prayer or in conversation. And there was this man at the church at the time. His name was Terry Osborne. Maybe you remember him. He has since moved, but he had a gift to give really clear, strong prophetic words, and they were delivered in the moment with great impact. Well, we had a friendship, so I took him to breakfast to see if I could gain insight into how to hear God's voice and speak words from God to others. So I asked Terry over, some eggs. How did you get from here where I am in this longing and desire, the beginning of the road? How did you get from here to there, from where you are, giving these clear, strong words? What did that look like? So I'm there with, bated breath, and Terry looks back at me. He kind of looked boyish and playful with a big smile on his face, and he said, AJ, you need to be willing to be a fool for God. The Father needs to know that he can trust you, that he can rely on you to be obedient, to share the word that he gives you, nothing else. So God's going to test you to see if you really are his man. You need to let the Lord know that whatever he tells you to do or to say, you'll obey him. AJ, you need to mow the lawn in the rain if he tells you to. I tell you what, when Terry shared that one line, mow the lawn in the rain, it's like it all just clicked for me as such a picture of radical obedience. I mean, think about it, mow the lawn in the rain, it's crazy. Am I willing to be seen by others as a fool for Jesus? Will I trust God? And as he reveals himself to me, deliver it. And deliver it without pretense or without embellishment, so that God can speak to others. Even if it means at times they're going to think I'm nuts. Is my motivation anchored in glorifying Jesus, or is it looking spiritual and gifted in the eyes of others? I mean, it's a real heart check. Do I want the name and the nature of Jesus exalted through my life? Do I really want to be God's man? Am I willing to mow the lawn in the rain? And so I ask you, are you God's woman or man today? Are you willing, friend, to mow the lawn in the rain if God tells you to? It's like Jesus said in that passage to his disciples, the watermark of friendship with me is obedience to my voice. And so in your First 20 today, why not let him know that you're serious about carrying his words to others in your life? And then get out there and mow the lawn in the rain for God, all right? God bless you and have a great one.